नमस्ते सर। मेरा नाम अभिषेक है और मैं आपका सर बहुत धन्यवाद करता हूँ। आपके जो यूट्यूब पे वीडियोस हैं उसके थ्रू मेरे को काफ़ी सपोर्ट मिला मेरे डिजिटल सिग्नल प्रोसेसिंग सब्जेक्ट में, और आपकी वीडियोस के थ्रू मेरे जो कंसेप्ट है वो क्लियर हो पाए और काफ़ी सपोर्ट मिला। तो सर उसके लिए धन्यवाद करता हूँ, क्योंकि अभी हाल ही में मेरा रिज़ल्ट आया और मैंने काफ़ी अच्छे मार्क्स के साथ जो है अपने सेमेस्टर को क्लियर किया। उसके लिए आपके सपोर्ट के लिए, आपकी वीडियोस के लिए सर बहुत धन्यवाद करता हूँ। और जो आप काम कर रहे हैं उसके लिए बेस्ट ऑफ लक। और जो है मैं रेकमेंड करता हूँ बाकी जो लोग हैं कि आप सर का वीडियो देखें और अपने जो डाउट्स हैं उनको क्लियर करें। थैंक यू।
Hello everyone, welcome to Naresh Joshi channel. Please subscribe our channel. It is my humble request, and we are making so many videos for your subjects. So it is humble request. Please subscribe our channel. Or if you like this video, so you have to share it with your friends. Okay, and one more request, and you have to watch this video till end, so it will clear your all concept. So previously I have uploaded videos on the Thevenin's theorem, Norton's theorem. You can watch it. Okay, and next is the maximum power transfer theorem. Okay, so here you can see what is the question. Okay, so what will be the value of the RL in the figure to get the maximum power delivered to it? What they have asked, what will the value of RL? So here they have not mentioned the value of the RL. Okay, and also they have mentioned value of the RL in figure to get the maximum power delivered to. So how much maximum power delivered to this RL? Okay, so this we have to also identify. And what is the value of this power? They have also asked what will be the value of this power. So here what we have to motto, we have to calculate RL and we have to calculate the P max. So what is our question? First we have to find out the RL. So and second thing, maximum power, how much power is it is delivered. So this is our question. Okay, so whenever any kind of question given in the university exam, so language will be little bit different but method will be same. Okay, so you have to follow my method, so your question will be solved, you will get good marks, I will assure you. Okay, सो जो भी लोग नए आए चैनल पे उनसे रिक्वेस्ट है प्लीज़ चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर ले। क्वेश्चन हमारा मैक्सिमम पावर ट्रांसफर थ्योरम का है, ठीक है। और यहाँ पे हमको क्या पूछा है कि हमको आर एल निकालना है, जो गिवन है क्वेश्चन के अंदर नहीं गिवन है, सॉरी आर एल नहीं गिवन है, हमको आर एल निकालना है और पी मैक्स निकालना है, ठीक है, क्योंकि जिस ये वाला कंडीशन है। सो लेट्स मूव ऑन द फर्स्ट स्टेप. Step 1, calculation of the VTH. So whenever we calculate the VTH, so what you have to do, we have to remove the load resistance by open circuit. Load resistance by open circuit. So here you can see this is our load resistance, so we can say it is our load resistance branch A and B. So here we have mentioned A and B, so here we have already removed the load resistance by considering it is the open circuit. We have already drawn the circuit to save our time. Okay, otherwise video will become more lengthy. So this is the, we can consider this is the virtual connection for to calculation of VTH. So here we can consider VTH is connected here. Okay, and this VTH we have to calculate here. So exactly what we are assuming, we are considering this is the virtual connection for this mesh. Okay, exactly it is open circuited. Okay, you remember this, it is not connected, but what is our motto, we have to across A B we have to find out this VTH. Let's consider this is the mesh 1. Okay, I1 is passing through in mesh 1, this is mesh 2, I2 is passing through the mesh 2. Okay, but it will be 0. Remember this will be 0. Why it is 0? Because it is the open circuited. So our first question, and here it will be the minus plus Vx, here it is the minus plus Vx. Okay, so from the circuit diagram, first step we have to write down from circuit डायग्राम. सो हमारा सर्किट डायग्राम से हम क्या क्या निकालेंगे जो हम यहाँ पे मेंशन करेंगे. तो फ्रॉम द सर्किट डायग्राम यू कैन सी दिस I2 इज इक्वल्स टू 0 because it is due to the open circuit, due to the open circuit it is 0. First always you have to write down this one, then later on what you have to write down, what is the value of the Vx here. Okay, so we can write down Vx equals to this, I1 is flowing in the direction, so it will be the minus 1 I1. So this is the value of the Vx. Then you can see this, we are considering this is the virtual connection, so you can see this is the super mesh become it's okay, clear. You can see this is the super mesh because current source is present between these two meshes. So here we have to apply the super mesh to calculate the value of the I1. Okay, so how can we calculate this value I1? This is the important for us, clear. Or either you can do what you have to do, apply the KVL node, KCL at this node. Okay, at this node KCL we can apply KCL at this node. So then when we get I1, so we know I2 is 0, so directly we can, what we have to do, first we have to calculate the by KCL. At this node we are applying the KCL. So what is the KCL? We have to check what is the direction of this 1 ampere in the upper direction. So this direction match with the I2. So we will write I2 first and I21 later. So I2, because this direction is matching with the I2, so we are writing I2 minus I1 because I1 is in the opposite direction here for this current source, and this is what 1 ampere. Okay, so here we know value of the I2 is 0, so we have to put here I2 equals to 0, and this is minus 1 and this is 1. So here you can see I1 equals to minus 1 ampere. So there is no need to apply the super mesh because we have already got the value of I1 and we know the value of I2 is 0. Clear. तो ये हमारे को यहाँ पे सिंप्लीफाई हो गया. ओके, सो व्हाट यू हैव टू डू, यू हैव टू पुट दिस वैल्यू ऑफ द I1 इन दिस Vx. So you can consider this is the 1, okay, and this is the equation number 2. So put value of equation 2 in equation 1, so you will get Vx. What you will get? Vx, and this Vx equals to minus 1 I1, and it is minus 1 I1 equals to minus 1, it is minus 1. So minus 1 multiply it become plus 1. So here it is the value of Vx equals to 1 volt. So this is the equation number 3. Then later on what you have to do, writing the VTH equation. Next step, writing VTH equation. Okay, so this is the important, you have to always. So how can you write down the VTH equation? So again, for what we have to do for this, we have to apply the KVL. No need to calculate from, you have to start from this path to this path. It will little bit confuse sometime out. Okay, so simply what you have to do, because this is a super mesh, so we can consider this is the super mesh. You can check it, it is complete super mesh because current source is present between. Okay, why we are applying super mesh, KVL to super mesh? Because to calculation of the VTH, only for the calculation of VTH purpose we are applying the super mesh. So here you can see what is the super mesh. So first again, what you have to do, you never write here writing the applying KVL to this KVL to the super mesh. What we will write for calculation of VTH, we will write always writing VTH. So this you have to always remember. So writing VTH equals to, and what is our method? Method is what we are applying. We are applying KVL to the super mesh. So according to the KVL, so we have two meshes, I1 and I2, and clear. And we are applying KVL to the both super mesh. The both current I1 and I2 comes under the super mesh, so it will be both will be the negative, remaining all will be the positive, but there is no any another mesh, so there is no positive current. So directly we have to write down here. So now we have to check through which resistance through which resistance I1 is passing in the super mesh. So this is the I1, and I1 is passing in the super mesh only the 1 ohm resistance. You can see, do not consider this one. This is the, because we have to follow this path only. This is the super mesh path, remember this. So never come in this direction. Okay, forget this value of resistance is redundant, so it's become 0. Always remember this value of resistance is redundant and it's become 0. Clear? So now only 1 ohm is there, so we can write down here this is the 1 ohm. Okay, next what we have to write down, I2. So again you can see I2 is moving in this direction, okay, in this path. So here value of the I2 is what? Do not consider this resistance, this is redundant, so we will not consider this resistance. So I2 is moving in this path only, so this path only. Here there is no resistance, so you have to directly write down 0. So what you have to do, you have to write down 0. Clear? So this is the 0. Then we have to write down the VTH. So here you can see we have to move in this direction. This is minus 2 Vx, then we have to come in this direction minus 2, or this is plus VTH. So you can directly write down minus 2 Vx, then minus 2 and plus VTH. Clear? So you can see here we are coming in the super mesh path. This is the what? Minus Vx, then we move here, then it is minus 2, then we have plus minus VTH. Okay, so this is the way you can write down this equation. Clear? Now simplified, this I2 is already 0, so no need to calculate I1 equals to minus 0 into 0, and this is what? Minus 2 Vx. Okay, so 2 Vx equals to 1 minus 2 plus VTH, and 1 I1 equals to minus 1. We have already calculated minus 1 in the previous equation. You can see I1 equals to minus 1. Clear? So then you can see here what is here. So 0, it is 0, it is minus 2, it is minus 2 plus VTH. So finally it is minus plus 1, and this is equals to minus 4 plus VTH, and we would shift this minus 4 on the left hand side, so it's become 1 plus 4, and it is VTH. So finally VTH equals to 5 volt. So this is the 5 volt of VTH. So now we have to move on the next step number 2. So calculation of ISC. Again we have to calculate ISC. So what we have to do, we have to remove. So next step, always remember, remove load resistance by short circuit. Okay, so load resistance by short circuit. So this is your A and this is your B. So here we have to remove the load resistance by short circuit, and it is the ISC. Clear? Now this is the again mesh 1. So this is the mesh 1, this is mesh 2. So you can write down this is I2 here. Now from the circuit diagram, so again same step we have to follow. First step, from the circuit diagram. Okay, so circuit diagram, what is the ISC? ISC equals to what? Your I2. Whatever value of the ISC, that will be the I2. Next, what is the value of the Vx? So Vx equals to again 1 minus I1. Okay, so this is the value of the Vx. So later on we have to apply the KVL. So what you do, you can see this is complete super mesh. So here we have to apply the super mesh. So we can write down this is a super mesh equation. You can see this is the complete super mesh. Okay, so what is we have to do? Here we have to apply, here we will write apply KVL to super mesh. So in super mesh, again what you have to do, how many meshes? There are 2 meshes, so you have to write down just I1 and I2. So then now you have to check through which mesh we are applying the KVL. So super mesh, so both currents come under the super mesh, so value of both will be minus. Clear? So this will be the minus. Then later on this will, you can see then what is the magnitude of I1. So you have to check through which resistance I1 is passing, only the 1 ohm, so you can write down 1 ohm. Now through which resistance I2 is passing, there is no resistance in this path. You can see, do not come in this path because this is redundant resistance. We have to never consider this resistance, okay, because due to this current source it's become redundant, okay. So here this is 0. This is a very important concept, always remember. This is the IMP, you can see. So then I2 equals to, now we have to write down the equation another, minus 2Vx. So this is 2Vx, just come in this direction. Here is what, negative sign, so we have written minus 2x. Now next come here, this is negative and this is positive, so we can directly write down 2 because minus sign is come here. So further you have to simplify it, so we can simplify it. Minus 1 I1 equals to, we have here what is the value of I1, we don't know what is the value of I1, so we will just write down minus I1. 0 I2 is what is the I2? I2 becomes 0 because it is 0, so here we have to directly consider it is the 0. Then what we have to do, minus 2Vx, Vx is equals to minus 2, Vx equals to minus 1 I1, so minus 1 I1 and it is minus 2. So what we'll do, we have to simplify it. So here just drawing one line, so then it is minus 1 into I1 equals to minus minus plus 2 I1 and minus 2, okay. So here we have to, what we have to do, we have to shift this minus 2 on left hand side, so it is minus I1 and it is minus 2 I1 and it is minus 2, so it is minus 3 I1 and it is minus 2. So here you can check, minus I1 equals to minus 2 upon minus 3. So what is the value? This will be the I1 equals to, here you can see I1 equals to 0.667 ampere. So this is the value of the I1, okay. Then later on what you have to do, we have to apply, always remember, after applying the super mesh, then you have to always apply it by KCL. So here we will write by KCL, and this KCL at this node, okay. So at this node you have to apply the KCL. So for that what you have to do, just check the, what is the direction. This is the direction upward, so current I2 is coming in this direction, okay, and I1 is coming in opposite direction. So this direction is matched with this one, so we will write I2 minus I1 because the direction is matched with this I2, so we will write I2 first and I1 is coming opposite, so we can. And what is the magnitude? This is 1, so we will write here. So what we have already got the value of the I1, so we will put here I2, then what is the 0.6671, so shift this minus value of 0.667 right hand side, so it's become 0.667, so it has become 1.667. So this is the value of the I2 equals to 1.667 ampere, okay. And now you can see what is the ISC. ISC equals to I2 and I2 equals to 1.667 ampere and direction is downward, clear. So this is the ISC. So now next step, so step number 3, calculation of RTH. So calculation of RTH. So RTH is what? RTH equals to VTH upon IAC. So what is the VTH? We have calculated VTH is 5 and IAC is 1.667. So I can show you, this is the VTH 5, okay, and we have already calculated this IAC 1.667. so here we have to put RTH, so if we can simplify it, it is the what, 2.99. so here it is near about 3 ohm. So value of here RTH is 3 ohm. So next step, So next step here, step number 4. Always solve such type of the question in step. So calculation of RL. Okay, they have asked in the question what is the value of. So here what you have to do, by maximum power transfer theorem, by maximum power transfer theorem, RL equals to RTH, and this is what, 3 ohm. Okay, so we have already find out the RTH, so this is already whatever value of the RTH, so that will be the value of the RL. So always remember, this is the fixed equation according to the maximum power transfer theorem. And the last step, that is the step number 5. So calculation of P max, that is the maximum power transfer or maximum power deliver. Okay, any language will be there, maximum power deliver, maximum power transfer, or any another thing they can explain. So you can calculate this, और for that what you have to do, you have to use this equation P max. ये formula हमेशा याद रखना, always remember this formula for calculation of VTH, for calculation of P max. So VTH square upon 4RTH. So VTH we have already calculated, this is what, 5 square, and 4RTH we have already calculated, this is 3. So when you simplify it, it is what, 2.083 watt. Okay, so it is simple calculation you can do. So here what is the value of P max? P max equals to 2.083 watt. Okay, and this is our final answer. Okay, so I hope you understand this problem. So if you like this video, please share it with your friends, and do not forget to subscribe our channel. Your one subscription will give you more motivation for making another video. So it my humble request, please सब्सक्राइब अवर चैनल. जो भी लोग चैनल पे नया है उनसे रिक्वेस्ट है कि चैनल को जरूर सब्सक्राइब करें. हाँ, एक इम्पॉर्टेंट चीज़, अगर आपको किसी को इस सब्जेक्ट के रिगार्डिंग ट्यूशन चाहिए, ऑनलाइन क्लासेस चाहिए या होम ट्यूशन चाहिए, यू कैन कॉन्टेक्ट मी ऑन द गिवन नंबर. दिस इज़ द 8806121141 फॉर online classes, online tuition. You can contact me on this number, or for home tuition also you can contact me on this number. So thank you very much, friend.
Thank you, Naresh Joshi.
जगीदार भी
Thank you, Naresh Joshi.
जगीदार भी
Thank you, Naresh Joshi.
जगीदार भी